Jen in her kitchen with a special guest. This is my son, Miles. Today we're talking about getting your kids in the kitchen with you and helping out. There was a special request for chicken enchiladas, so that's what Miles and I are going to be making. And then we're going to get the littlest one in the kitchen, who's a year and a half, and she's going to help Miles to make energy balls. Okay, so first things first, we need to make our enchilada sauce. Super easy. I know you can buy the can, but this is really, really simple, and it can be simmering away while you're cooking your chicken, which is going to be the filling of our enchiladas. Okay, so Miles, you can get started on cooking the chicken. So we've diced up an onion and we've got a few pickled jalapenos. We're gonna turn on the stove and add a bit of oil. Okay, so it's about medium-high heat. Yeah. And then once the oil's heated up, we're going to toss in the onions and peppers, let them cook a little bit, and then you're gonna add the chicken and cook it all the way through, okay? And then I'm gonna make the enchilada sauce. So I'm pouring in about 3 tablespoons of oil into a pot. Sizzle, sizzle. You've got a spatula there if you want to stir it, and this gets kind of hot, so you might want to get yeah, you can use the towel or an oven mitt. I'm heating up this oil, 3 tablespoons of oil, until it's quite hot. We're gonna throw in some flour and spices. I have it all mixed here already, but it's 3 tablespoons of flour, a tablespoon of chili powder. There's some garlic powder, some oregano, some cumin, a pinch of cinnamon, and some ground pepper, and I'm gonna throw in salt. So you want the oil heating until it's almost smoking, because you're gonna toss this in and it's gonna sizzle right away. So I want to have something close by to stir it up right away. And this is to really release the flavors of the spices into the oil. You stir it up, and that gets about a minute cooking, and now it's turned into a spice flour paste. And then we're going to throw in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And cook down your tomato paste till it gets a little bit caramelized and that tomato flavor gets even richer and tastier. It's probably going to cook that for another minute. How's yours coming along? Those onions are starting to look kind of cooked through, so I think if you want, you can add in the chicken. And our sauce is going to be pretty flavorful and pretty spicy. We like a little bit of spice around here, so we've added pickled jalapenos to the mix, but you can omit them if your family doesn't like spice. And you could also add in some more of these flavors that are in the sauce into the chicken mix. But we're going to leave this pretty plain. Just maybe, I'm going to toss in some salt. And some salt for mine. And then you gradually want to pour in 2 cups of vegetable or chicken stock. I'm using the chicken stock. I still have some from when we made it a couple weeks ago. I kept it in the freezer. So I always like to have homemade on hand. It takes no time to thaw. I've got 2 cups of chicken stock, and I'm going to slowly pour that in. And stir as you go. It's going to absorb into the flour pretty quickly. And just keep stirring as you're incorporating your chicken stock in. Just continuing to stir the sauce until you kind of get rid of those lumps. And then you're gonna bring it up to a simmer and let it kind of cook together for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's nice and thick, but not too thick. It'll be like a gravy consistency, ideally. Okay, does your chicken look like it's cooked through now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. There's a lot of liquid at the bottom of our pan, so we're gonna use a slotted spoon so all of that juice doesn't get into that, because we don't really want the tortillas to get super soggy. So we'll set this aside. And then the next thing we're gonna do, our sauce is starting to bubble and thicken, and it should take about the same amount of time as it's gonna take to cook your chicken through. So we diced up an onion and we had some pickled jalapenos in there, and that's 4 chicken breasts, which is probably way too many for how many we're gonna do, but there will be leftover and that's okay too. But you don't wanna not have enough filling. And then we've got about 2 cups of sauce, which might be too much as well, but again, you don't want to be short on the sauce when you're making saucy enchiladas. Have a look at the sauce and see how nice and thick it's getting. That's like a nice gravy consistency, I would say. So I think that's done. We're going to turn that off. And then next, you either want to cool your sauce and work with it, or we can use tongs to dip some tortillas in there, and that's going to soften your corn tortillas. If you get wheat tortillas, they're already going to be nice and malleable, and you'll be able to roll them up without them cracking apart easily. But I also think that this kind of injects some nice flavor into the corn tortillas. All right. So we've got a baking pan here. This is what we're going to put them into. We've got our oven preheated to 350 degrees. Yeah, you can move that over. That's a great idea. So this is where somebody's help is really great, because we're going to do sort of like a little, what do you call it? A chain? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I will do the dipping or he'll do the dipping, and then the other person's going to roll up and fill the tortilla shells. So what would you like to do, Miles?
What do you want?
It's up to you. Do you want to dip, or do you want me to take the real messy part? Okay. He wants to get his hands dirty. So we've got nice corn tortillas here. I'm not sure if we'll use all of them. Maybe put these on a plate. There's another step you could take here, which is to, once you're done dipping and getting sauce on both sides of your tortilla, you can fry them in some oil, which adds some flavor and fat. And enchiladas are pretty rich to begin with, so I think today we're just going to do them plain. So Miles, if you want to come over here, there's a pair of tongs. So you can take one of the tortillas and just dip it in the sauce. And maybe I'll set this a little bit closer so that we don't make a huge mess. And you just want to get it nice and lightly coated and pull it out as quickly as you can without tearing the tortilla. Uh-oh, that's okay. Yeah, and then we're gonna line them up. It's okay, that's okay. This is actually only my second time making enchiladas, and we'll see how they turn out. No matter what, they're gonna taste delicious. So I'm gonna just kind of fold that over. That's maybe too much filling. Okay, you can work on the next one, and we'll just kind of try and make a big roll, like a row of them this way. If you want to push it all the way down here.
Yeah, we fold them.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna fold them in half, just because it might be easier to cool your sauce and then do it, and then you can manipulate them a little bit better, but like really, I don't think it matters a whole lot. all the way down here. So these kind of look a little bit more like tacos, but that's okay. Fold that one over. Okay, we are on a roll now, right?
Yep.
We're good. I got my chicken ready. Okay. Yeah, next.
Just one row, right?
No, we're gonna do a second row. Why not?
Is there enough space?
Oh yeah. We could do them turn the other way. I would do another one there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then we're gonna pour more sauce over the top ones, as long as there's some left. I think there will be. You can see these corn tortillas are just a little bit stiff even once they get wet with the sauce. So frying them and heating them up would actually help with that a little bit. I'm gonna bring this down. We're gonna try and pack as many in here as we can. Why not? Well, I think we could probably fit 2 more.
Oh.
That's okay. We mess up. It's okay. We'll just. Oh, you know what? Let's do one on top. I'll make it a jumbo. It'll be like quesadilla enchilada. We'll put one just stacked on top of that. Okay. And then we want to cover everything in just a little bit more sauce. So do you want to, put those tongs somewhere. Maybe just there. And then pour some down on top. That looks pretty good. You put cheese, grated cheese on top. You might as well use, sure, put it all on. It'll be a saucy mess, but it'll be delicious. And then should we do some cheese on top?
Yes.
Okay, let's do some cleanup. Take that to the sink. We're gonna wash our hands, and then we're gonna grate some cheese and put that on top, and then throw it into the oven. Okay. All right, and you can throw all that cheese on top, and then we're gonna put this in the oven. The enchiladas will take about 20 minutes to cook. We want them to cook through, and the sauce gets just a little bit thicker. We don't cover it. It stays uncovered. Evenly disperse the cheese so nobody misses out. The cheese is gonna get bubbly. All right, ready to roll. We're gonna pop that in the oven. Sorry. Like I said, enchiladas can be kind of a rich dish. So I like to top ours with some fresh ingredients. So while these are in the oven, we're gonna chop up some ingredients to toss on top. Some fresh radishes, some avocado, maybe a little cilantro if we have some, and tomatoes. And we might finish it off with a little bit of lime. Sound good? Okay, we'll see you back here in 20 minutes.
Peace out.
Okay, our enchiladas are ready. They're beautiful and golden. They took about 25 minutes. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Nice and rich. All that cheese looks super good, golden. And then when our enchiladas were in the oven, we took some time to dice up some fresh vegetables. So I'm just gonna put them on over the top. We got some fresh red onions. Miles actually did all of this chopping. Got some limes that I think will serve on the side. Okay, toss on some fresh tomatoes. We've got some sliced radish and avocado, everybody's favorite in our house anyways. Some creamy avocado. And then we're just gonna serve this on the center of the table, family style, and I'll just take it. Okay.
That's a radish. What is it? Or is it like that?
Well, it's tortilla, like a corn tortilla dipped in enchilada sauce.
There's a line for you there.
And we've got chicken. All right, Ollie, get over here. I've got all kids in the kitchen. We're gonna make some energy bites. Miles is going to actually speak because he's got the microphone. And he'll guide you through how to make these energy bites. And we'll see if Charlie and Ollie want to help.
Okay. A cup and a half of oats. A cup and a quarter. Just fully doing this out.
Yep. So this is your sweetener.
Apple butter. Half a cup of apple butter.
And they can use whatever sweetener.
You can use whatever sweetener you choose.
Do you want to get in there and help out? Do you want to put some things into the bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to stand in your tower to help out?
Yeah.
You ready? Ready? You gonna help? Yeah. Okay, so maybe Miles will give you something to put into the bowl. Maybe a couple tablespoons of chia seeds that Charlie can dump in there.
Okay.
You can go wash your hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Put them in. Nice. Okay. Good enough. Dump it in. Dump. Oh, good job. One more. Yep.
Nice.
Good job.
More.
Okay. Yeah.
More chia.
All right. That's good. We have more on the counter than we've got in the bowl, but that's okay. All right. And then you can do half a cup of nut butter. Do you want to put the raisins in? Do you want to dump that in?
Yeah,
Put them
yeah.
into the bowl. Ollie, do you want to do the vanilla?
Sure.
Half a cup of nut butter.
That's a tablespoon. So you could do like a third of that. You want to keep putting the raisins in? Do you want more raisins?
Do you think like the lid of this?
I don't know. It doesn't have to be precise. We're not baking these. These are just going to get rolled into balls, and we don't have to bake them at all. More raisins? More raisins? Do you want all of them in there? Oh, look at that yummy nut butter. More raisins? Should they all go in? Do you want to dump them in? Do you want to dump them?
What is this?
Yeah. So that's some salt and cinnamon. Right. I'll put the rest of the raisins in. And then the fun part is mixing. There's a spatula there.
I'll make it.
How does it taste? Good? Oh yeah.
I can just go right in.
We're gonna be rolling up these little. We're not eating it yet, Charlie. Okay. We're gonna roll up nice little snack-sized balls. One about that much. Good size? Do you want to help? Do you want to roll a ball with me? Good. Here, Charlie, get your hands in there. Without eating it. Yeah.
Yeah, can you do what they're doing?
We'll make a little ball.
Maybe Ollie can get you a little piece.
Here.
And then you can roll one up. Yeah? There, now roll it in your hands. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Good job. The next one you roll, you might want to put on the sheet and then you can have it some other time. Okay?
Nah.
She disagreed.
Chew, chew, chew.
Is it good? Oh yeah, we knew it was coming.
This recipe makes about 18 balls, but
Making
as you
some
can
big
see, depending on who's helping you out, you might not get 18 out of this batch. You might want to double it.
She's just rolling it.
She's a perfectionist. She's going to be rolling them into perfect little balls. You want to eat? Yeah, of course you do. And then these keep in the refrigerator for about a week, or you can just keep them on the counter as well. Depending on the sweetener that you use. If you use maple syrup or honey, they'll last a little bit longer. We used apple butter because that's all we have. So I'll probably keep these in the fridge. You can also keep them in the freezer if you've made a huge batch of them. But it's just a fun way to get your kids involved and add as many healthy things as you can in there. Chia seeds, flax seeds, whole rolled oats, and some healthy nut butters, which what we were talking about last week was a lot of healthy fats. What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you want to wave goodbye with your messy hands? Say thank you, everyone. Bye. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye. Bye.
Can you say bye, Charlie? Perfect.
See you in the morning or next week.
Bye bye.